Hi everyone, I'm joined here today by the legend Sir Geoff Hurst. Geoff, it's an honour. Thank you for doing this with me, Geoff.
You're very welcome.
As you know, I've been together a few hours now. You can see that I collect memorabilia.
I've gathered that, yes.
You gathered that, quite into my football boots and that. Just something I wanted to chat to you about really was going back to your day. The boots were completely different to what they are now. You know, did you have boot deals back then? How did it work for you when it comes to a pair of football boots?
Well, the boots, as we all know from then and now, were completely different. But the brand that's still around then, which we wore, it was Puma and Adidas in those days.
Yeah.
Adidas we wore, and Adidas is still around today.
Yeah.
So completely. Yes, we did have a boot deal. The boot deal we had, amazing, because the rep from Adidas knocked on my door the night before the final and said, "Do you wear the boots tomorrow? We'll pay you."
World Cup final.
World Cup final.
The night before.
The night before.
That's crazy.
A guy called I can't think his name. Jim, forget his name.
Yeah.
And he said £1,000, which was big money. I mean, it was almost because of the bonus we got.
Yeah.
But what he wanted us to do, because we wouldn't wear new boots on the day, of course, we the boots he wore for 3 or 4 weeks or a month, 2 months beforehand. He gave me a little brush and some white paint, and make sure you paint the white stripes nice and bright, so they can be seen.
And they were Adidas?
They were Adidas, yes.
Right, okay, yeah, that's what I was going to say.
And that was quite a big deal.
So that was the night before the World Cup final?
The night before the World Cup final.
That's
He
unbelievable.
went around to all the players that were playing and offered them £1,000, which those days it sounds absolutely peanuts in today's terms, commerciality. But that was one of the biggest, if not the only. The other deal we had, which had nothing to do with boots, it was raincoats. We had a picture taken in a raincoat. We all, but no money. Yeah. We had a choice of a blue or a white raincoat.
Oh, right.
That was the fantastic deal.
Yeah.
So a grand for wearing the boots was
which you're going to wear anyway.
Which you're going to wear anyway was slightly superior.
But you say it's £1,000, then boots are worth a lot more after you banged in a hat trick.
Yes, so. And before you ask me the question, I've absolutely no idea
where they are.
No idea. No. They might be down here somewhere that have gone around.
Yeah.
No, a lot of stuff I knew I kept and it went on in the market eventually. The boots, I've absolutely no recollection, because at that time it wasn't that important. You know,
no, people didn't collect things and keep things. It wasn't, 50 years later, it's worth absolutely.
A lot of money. I mean, Michael Jordan's shoes are going for like millions.
It's crazy. I think your shirt now is hitting the $500,000 mark, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think it's
crazy. I wish I'd have kept the boots.
Yeah. So when Adidas come to you the night before the game, after you've done the business, did they then say, listen, we want to keep you in Adidas and give you a sort of deal?
It's a short no.
It's just like that.
It's just like that. I find it quite amusing to talk about all the era on everything that was connected with football and us. And the boot story is
just the differences, Geoff. That's why I wanted to speak to you. I'm sure a lot of people have never heard that story. I mean, that's just.
I don't think you have. I don't think you to prompted me and asked me the question today.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's. I may have touched on it a couple of times. It's not a story I tell fairly regularly, even in my script when I do the theatre tour. So yeah.
That's why I was trying to do this little sketch of things that people are very interested in, but you never get asked. So these are sort of 70s sort of boot.
They're roughly. They're closer.
Yeah.
They're closer to the ones we wore.
Although
I must just say one thing. I still find it. So many things in the game have changed. I still find it slightly hilarious when I see the brightly coloured boots that the players. You see these gigantic. Strong centre halves wearing a pair of bright green or pink boots. I find quite amusing. So that was very close to the ones who wore.
That's it. I mean,
these aren't mine. No, they're not. They're new.
If they are, they'll get priced. The Pumas, original Pumas.
Because there were two big companies in those days. There was Puma and Adidas. I think they were brothers who split up. I'm told. And they went their different ways. They were rivals to a degree.
And Gola was about.
Gola was around.
Umbro would have been around.
Umbro was just around. Yes, because the shirts were Umbro, of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Because that's annoying me. It's annoying me. I wish that was annoying me. We should have kept them. I think it's talking to you knowing you're interested in boots.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. It's nice.
I've probably got $1,000. You give me £1,000 for it, probably.
Giving you a lot more than £1,000, Geoff. Trust me. But I mean, Sir Alf Ramsey, he was quite strict here, and that's what I was going to say about boots and that stripes on the side. Would he sort of be like, that's a bit
all that stuff, that kind of stuff, the memorabilia, the commercialisation of the game was not around at all anyway.
No.
And Alf was fairly strict on what we could do during the World Cup period. So I mean that's why the boot deal that I talked about earlier was fairly significant. Because that was allowed to happen. I'm sure the guy, the rep from Adidas, must have
run that past
him to see whether it's okay.
His biggest frustration is that for weeks on end he has no team to manage. Even when he has, he's at the mercy of league clubs, who are quite often reluctant to release players for an international. It's a situation that demands all Ramsey's tact and makes his job all the harder in the brief 2 days that he does have England's players under his wing.
My main job, or my main task, is to get them together as a team. And it's surprising how much they draw away from each other in a space of a month or 2 months, during which time there have been no international matches. I think the important thing is to get them to mix again, to think in terms of playing together again, and probably the most important thing, that they are playing for England.
So that was...
That's a great story.
Jim Terrace, got his name.
Jim Terrace.
Jim Terrace.
I'll have a Google.
The Adidas, Terris.
Terris.
Well-known rep for Adidas at the time.
I found that's a pretty amazing photo, Geoff. Looks like you're doing your own deals, like I say, back in the day.
That's just a picture, nothing more than a picture.
Oh, right, so you weren't clinching a big deal over the table there.
No. I'm due for a haircut in this picture, but the time I had here. That's a goal,
72, yeah, it looks like a goal in the boot, yeah.
I may have worn a different brand after the final, but certainly during most of the time.
I can't see the brand on them particular ones.
They're old, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, look at the bases, they're just all one
But
month.
that's another difference.
Yeah.
I heard that John Terry, when he went on the World Cup trip with England, he took about 50 pair of boots. We had one pair of boots to last one, or maybe two if we're lucky, to last a season.
A whole season.
Yeah.
And they did it.
Or rubbers. It's laughable, isn't it?
That's it. Yeah, John was free per game. Warm up, first half, second half. Different world, as you say, Geoff.
It is. That's why I enjoy talking about I always call it the medieval days that we played in.
Yeah.
Interesting from the boots perspective.
It's amazing. When you look at the boots nowadays, Geoff, what sort of boot do you think you'd be wearing if you were playing around today? With all the, did you ever experience these Predators and all that? Obviously, you was retired by then.
Yeah. Oh, they're way after me.
They're way after you.
To be honest with you, being an old-fashioned guy and looking around and all the boots they wear.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy to say now, but I still pick that one.
The coat. I mean, I personally wear the Coat Mondale, which
Yeah.
is as old as they come, you know, and it's, you know where you stand with them. Made of leather, so a lot of the boots now are flying it, which light as a feather. Don't get me wrong, there.
You wonder whether they're strong enough. Amazing. I'm not keen on the new Adidas one over there with the sloping.
No.
It's a bit flashy, but
yeah, these are more Beckham era. Obviously,
Yeah.
they done their thing, didn't they? And they're so iconic, and they've changed football as well. You know what I mean? But coming from what you played, you know, I can't imagine you wanting to wear these sort of ones. The white ones, not really floating your boat.
No, I don't think so. No.
No.
I'm not sure whether they made me a better player wearing those lighter boots with all the rubber on them.
Yeah.
I'm not sure they made a great deal of difference to the way I played in the skill. To be honest with you.
So when you obviously made your debut at West Ham, we spoke when John Dick got out, and then you got your chance and all that. When you was playing in the first team then, I think you got 14 in 27.
Yeah, I mean, that was purely by chance. I was playing cricket and football and not being fit when the season came around. And midfield, and he was there a couple of years. Yeah. But we sold John Dick, as you said, and he came to me on a Monday night. We played Liverpool that night. He said, we sold John Dick to Brentford. I want to try you up front. And I thought to myself, okay, I'll have a go at it. I didn't see it lasting. I thought, well, I'll have a go at it, as I would. But we played Liverpool on Monday night. We won 1-0. A guy called Tony, remember the game? Tony Scott scored the goal. Yeah. I came off, because I wasn't fit playing too much cricket, I came off my shorts like that we dipped in water. Yeah. But from that standing start, as you just said, played 27 games in a new position and scored 14 goals. Insane. If you did that today, it is insane. Well, you're worth about 50 million.
Yeah, but you're overall, what is it, 248 in 499 appearances, West Ham?
Yeah, 1 in 2 over 15 years, which is...
That's
one in 2 over a long period of time. It is obviously something I'm very satisfied with. I'm pleased I've come out of the game with a particularly West Ham, with a good scoring record.
Hurst on his left, he's got Moncur still to beat. He's beaten him, now the chance, and finished off beautifully by Geoff Hurst. And it's allowed. Appeals, I think, almost for offside, half-hearted appeals, but no doubt about that.
I'm pleased you played for West Ham, which is my team, and won the World Cup for England. I think it's amazing. Geoff, I really appreciate you taking time out and having a chat.
It's a pleasure. Good to talk. I've never spoken so much about boots, so I'm quite interested.
We'll go a bit further next time, okay. I promise you. We'll be more prepared. Geoff.
You're prepared enough?
Yeah, I'll be more prepared.
You're welcome.
Geoff, thank you very much.
Pleasure, Chris.
Geoff Hurst, everybody. Thank you very much.
Adidas boots.
England.